Funny as fuck. Holy crap, man. What the actual fuck just happened? Yeah, Mothman, thank you for hanging out through the, like, what, 2 minutes we were down? So remember how I was, playing chicken with joking about, the game hard crashing? That wasn't just the game, that was my entire fucking computer froze. That's a first. Capcom, you've got some splaining to do. The fuck, man? Oh, dude, now it's frozen again? Oh, God. Is it straight up frozen? Like, I have my cursor moving this time, at least. Thank you for participating in the Monster Hunter Wilds test. Yeah, I really hope you use that data, Capcom. That was a fucking move. So like I was saying, y'all, we're gonna have to probably get this version of Monster Hunter on the consoles. You feel me? That was the first hard game crash. Like, hard my entire PC needed to be reset fucking game crash I've experienced since I've started streaming. That's nuts, man. And I know it's a beta, but dude. Holy crap. What the fuck happened? Oh boy. Alright, online single player it is. We're not even gonna try. We're not even gonna try. That's hilarious, man. If it does that shit again, well, if it does that shit again, I might not just continue today, but if it does that shit again, we're switching over to, like, Darktide or something. I did take it offline, so hopefully the fucking processing pull isn't as insane. Because with the way that this game loads, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna pretend that I do. Well, I will pretend that I do. Brienne of Tarth, you have some explaining to do. Yeah, the way that this game renders shit and the performance mode, that's the way it works. The fucking the resolution generation pop-in that we see, that is so insane. Makes me think that this game is running 5 versions of itself at the same time. Now that would be the stupid way to do that. But I don't know, what the fuck, man. I really don't know. Status, no. Equipment. What do you got there, buddy? Okay, we could give hammer, knuckle, or drill. Yeah, we can have him go a little more mecha. Fuck it. Although the Doshigama set's not bad. That's hilarious. The fact that the hair is not even attached to the... Or no, these are the weapons, okay. I'll have him run with the drills, but let's have him... Yeah, just lines made it up. Yeah, if we're having, like, hard crashing, I have to admit that there might be some problems on my PC's end, although I've done a lot of tests. Even for this game, I downloaded the benchmark test, and it should be fine. It should be running, honestly, a little bit better than it is. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know why. Aside from the fact that this is an older version of the game, or this beta is not going to be the version of the game that releases, you know, in a couple weeks. I can't think of why it's performing so badly. I don't have a terrible fucking PC, man. Like, my parts are still like, I relatively recently upgraded my goddamn graphics card. Like, there's a lot of dedicated VRAM that this thing's eating, and it's not even using all of it.
Hard at work?
But I don't know what the fuck the bug is, but like the trigger seems to be relatively consistent, where like if you go through like the traditional quest start menu, that like, I don't know if it's just like the resource pull for having all of the online elements process at the exact same time for the entirety of the map. We'll see if it's any better here. Yeah, like, okay, we didn't have a hard crash here.
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today. They've issued us supplies. Let's put them to use.
Okay, so I can hit... Alright, let's stop. I can hit left. They do give us some first aid meds, so let's take that. Damn it, I have too many items in my inventory. Check pouches, item pouch. Let's, submenu. I don't want to throw anything away. Okay, I'll take that shit as necessary.
Focus.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. That's fucking bizarre, honestly.
There! That's our target!
Oh, right, I think the, pizza cutter is the focus mode tag when it's in axe form. So let's see. Nope. Put me back in the sword. Oh, I need to change that. I forgot that I didn't make my cat speak Feline, so it's using people words. Well, a little messy with the camera angle. That is essentially the bread and butter combo for the charge blade. Damn it. Alright, I didn't name it that well, but charging up the blade, or charging up the shield, then using the shield charge to charge up the blade, filling the files, and then doing super amped elemental discharge. That is the bread and butter. Focus mode, and then I gotta get better at aiming that.
defensive.
Get a burst pod from... Oh, it's just the rocks that he knocked down. Oh, that's weird. It's the rocks from the area around us where they're like sticking to his arms and he's using them as like armor. That's cool. See, that is your basic bread and butter with charge blade. And you can do single, like, one-off hits using your charges. But the fact that they have the dual charge mode means that you're using half files. It really elongates the use case for even half filling your files. I feel bad beating your Chatacopter with this. He's so little. Souped up his arms again.
Almost there. Yeah,
getting a hand on focus mode is going to be a real big part of this going forward. Not think I would get a whole wound destroy off of the pod. Hey Kyle, what's up? We had not too long ago a full PC hard crash, so that was fun. But aside from that, we're doing good. We're doing a little more of the Monster Hunter beta. I think my point was proven about how I'm gonna play this game on console because the PC version has its obvious problems. Not that this is going to be the final version of the game, but that was like the first time that's ever happened. Which is nuts. Oh shit. But yeah, I thought I'd get a little more time with the beta going. It is a beta, so we gotta be, like I want to be fair to the game. I'm sure the release version has a lot of these existing problems already sorted out. But that is kind of painting my opinion a little bit. Because I'm gonna be real, if you can't run this game well enough on like what is essentially a $2,100 PC, what are you doing? Not to throw an exact number on it, I don't know how much my PC actually costs. I've replaced enough parts at this point. Crazy, but how am I? How's my day? My day was alright. You know, I woke up a little late. I slept in a bit. Woke up around 1:30, which is not great on a day where you're supposed to be productive. But I did get some of the classwork I needed done. Oop. Should have refocused there. So, you know, overall, like, net positive day, I think. That could have been better, but it wasn't bad. Oh, that's actually great. I just realized that it essentially refunds you half charges. Because when you recharge your files, like you'll see the color, since we have the time, the color around the files right now is yellow, which means that if I were to charge right now, it would only give me three files, but since I have 4 full, hypothetically, yeah, it makes the ones we already have level 2, so that is a huge improvement to the Charge Blade. Charge Blade main for life. Holy shit. But yeah, I think overall net positive. We're doing alright today. Today was okay. Is there anything I can harvest here before the timer takes me away? A lot of rocks, but nothing there's a lot of these choke point things. I wonder what monster is going to take advantage of that. But yeah, just chilling. Low-key day. You know, I don't mind it. So, I wonder, for those who can run this game on PC without it exploding, if these materials are going to transfer over. Because there's a plus and minus argument for both of that, for both arguments. Like, if they do, that's crazy. And it's a little bit of advantage for the day one people. But if they don't, you know, I can understand people's frustration with that because, you know, there are people who... The thing's been open for like 3 days. There are people who've put 40 hours into it already. But, we'll do what we can. Really just want to get the experience. Set the new muscle memory. Okay. So it just didn't count all of our completions from the original beta. Got it. But yeah, it seems like the answer to the problem is to not engage with the full online because it seems like this game pulls a lot more resources when it's connected to things online. Let's store these extracts because I don't think I need them. Max potions exist, we just don't have them baseline. Sounds fun. What else was I trying to put into my inventory aside from refilling my potions? Yeah, because, like, what a shame that these fucking initial gems are gonna go to waste. Yeah, I don't know if it's the resource pool of being online. I'm playing in the online single-player mode right now, and it seems to help with the quest loading issue. But once I get a couple more hunts in, I'm gonna try to go back online, and if it fucks up again, I'm just gonna let it lie, you know? I feel like I should learn a second weapon. Especially since so many of them have new shit added. What do we have access to? Everything else gives us negative thunder resistance, so it it makes sense. There are 2 lightning powered monsters. Like, I feel like we're best off just hanging on to our current set. And we're gonna make more tent bacon. But yeah, got some work done, didn't get all of it done. But I've got until like 8-ish tomorrow to do so. I think we got one more day on the beta too, so it was a debate of like, okay, I can spend all night doing the work today and then deal with the tail end traffic of people hounding the online, or I can play now and then do work tomorrow. So we'll do the Alpha Dosha Gamma again. And this time I remembered that we actually do have dung pods in our inventory, so we'll get rid of the followers real quick. Although I don't know what the best strat is. Like, is it to make the follower Dosha Gammas run away? Or is it to dung the Alpha and then follow him? This is a question that I don't know the answer to. I feel like even if we don't do the actual hunts, we can just wander
Sure, a lot of
around
monsters
in
there.
the online mode and take a look at some of the endemic life and
This
environment and
must
stuff.
be how the wind feels.
So, do I not fucking have a goddamn... No, I do, okay.
And focus.
So now he's Stinky. And Stinky makes him run away. So in the older games, especially in modes where, like the expedition mode, where you're not in an official hunt, so the monsters aren't guaranteed to stay in an area, that was... Is that poop? Yeah, that's poop.
I gathered some materials
Turned it
too.
into more dung
Check your
piles.
sacred's pouch.
That was a good way to get monsters to get out of an area that you weren't hunting, that were starting an issue. Ooh, but this way we triggered a turf war. Oof. Brutal. So in Wild and Rise, a turf war used to guarantee that each monster would drop a part. So it was really, like, the meta was engage with the thing, so that whatever monster you're hunting, A, takes damage, but B, also drops an extra part aside from what you would carve. And in Rise, it got really ridiculous. Like, it would, it would get to the point where you're, like, farming, you're, like, pushing the monster to different spots so you could farm more turf wars.
Hang on tight! Don't get shaken off!
Oop. Right, so when it shakes its shoulders is when we're racing. Didn't do it in time. Race. Okay. So we've opened up a wound, and we haven't broken it, so I have to aim. But yeah, get a little of my muscle memory back for Charge Blade, so I can be semi-competent. It feels like, especially in the beta, Doshigama seems to be the monster that's pushing that new just parry mechanic, where if you have a shield weapon, like the monster will force a point where you are doing like a contested shield match. Okay, we doubled up our shield. And it looks like that brought it to level 2 charge, which is interesting.
Heels inbound!
Okay. So I might actually leave the Palico in the ability to speak English, because there used to be like a really big and obvious visual text confirmation on screen whenever your Palico would have a heal bug ready in World and in Rise. But it's not as prevalent here, so having the audible confirmation helps. And did we get the... No, it used our goddamn charges, but didn't give us the elemental discharge. That sucks. Okay, there's only the big laser in the back so far. Oof. That's nice. Particularly friendly friend.
Here we go! My whiskers are too. Weather's changing. The monster's exhausted.
It's a weird design. It's like part bear, part tiger, part I forget the fucking name of those little face dudes that are like prevalent in Shinto shrines and shit. But I feel like that's the combination of inspirations here. I've been seeing GIFs all week, and even the channel that we raided into last time, by choice or by circumstance, was streaming the game in like super low fidelity. So what ended up happening? Oh, we got the burst pods instead of the healer. Damn it. So I should whetstone. It's crazy, like, what this game will do to run. Man, it's not even a turf war. Doshigama just hits the fuck out of Chatacama for no reason. That's not a very friendly guy. I'll let Chat get a couple of hits in
Another
there.
monster's horning in. Time to go on the offensive.
And destroy the wound. I got a full elemental discharge. So that's awesome. And if you're like, what the fuck are the green blobs on screen? I haven't seen that anywhere else. What the fuck? It is because I'm playing this game with the arachnophobia mode on. Not because I have arachnophobia, but because it turns these spiders into these blobby green slime monsters that have a very fun animation if they get their grab attack off on you. It's actually funny because there is a confirmation for one of the monsters that's going to be coming to Wilds. Is one of my favorite it is essentially a giant spider. But it has made like this crystalline web ooze armor for itself, so it's a really satisfying fight because like every other hit you're breaking something on the fucking thing. Wow. Alpha Doshi's running away real far. That's nuts. Oh, cool. Natural trap. Awesome. I'll take it. Oh, whoops. Is that a different... that's a standard Doshigama. One of the betas has come back to help his buddy. Hey, Mew! No spiders for me, but yeah, well, the upside is, I don't know, it's actually a pretty good question. I don't know how this game is going to handle, because it does have an arachnophobia mode. If you saw the little guys over there, those green blobs are like standard baby spider monsters, which I will try to avoid saying because I know that it's not a good time for people with arachnophobia. I need to throw the Kupo on these guys because shit. Yes, actually, no, like, ironically. Dung pod and fuck off. Now you smell like Kupo. And then I can deal with this guy. So I don't know how the arachnophobia mode is going to affect the literal giant spider monster. Oh, Power Clash. Get some stabs and for free. Like, I really like the Clash mechanic. That's something new to Wilds. I don't know how it's going to handle Nursilla. Nursilla is the spider monster, which first popped up. I mean, there was an earlier spider, but Nursilla popped up in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, which is what the second major Monster Hunter game that I played.
We've been given more supplies. Check your safety package.
Like, how do you... I don't... Like, there's mechanics built around that fight. I don't understand how they would be able to... We make you poo-poo. You go away. And then we ruin this guy's turn. Vine Trap. Let's try to set that. Or no, he's running away. Yeah, he's running away. Hey, come on, buddy. Regular Doshigama destroyed my camp, oh no. He's eating a felled small monster, which means that he is going to get some of his stamina back. Wow, what weapon is that? Not Sword and Shield. So this is the Charge Blade. Oh my god, that's Raid Out. I am going to run the fuck away. This is the Charge Blade. This has been my main since Monster Hunter 4, when they introduced it. It is a combination of Sword and Shield and Lance, essentially. It's a closer thing to say that it's a combination of Sword and Shield and Gun Lance, because it has a file charging mechanic that allows us to do big elemental slash attacks like this. And the whole, like, metagame with...
Heading to a new area.
Yeah, I would too if I was getting screamed at by the living railgun. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, Raidou is hunting us. I came out here for Doshigama! But yeah, the whole minigame, if you see in the upper left corner, there's the small file charges. You charge up energy by hitting a monster or anything, honestly, with your sword, which will change the shape, or the shade of coloring on the files. Once that has charged to red, you can use the charge command on your blade, which charges your files. You then do a little bit of thrust, and you can swing your sword into your shield, which transfers the energy in the files to your shield. So now, your shield is charged with an element based on what monster type the charge blade you're using is. This one is the base one is fire. So when you do that, you can also actually charge your sword and add an elemental affinity to your sword strikes. There is also the basic sword and shield mode, but if you want to go in for some big hits, you can switch over and morph it into the axe form. The axe form is where you get a lot of not only damage numbers, but a lot of the big moves. That's where you get your charge slashes and your elemental discharge ultra attack. So the whole game here is to charge up this attack, essentially. The super amped elemental discharge, which takes the energy from your files and then explodes it outward in a series of jettied attacks. That is, in 30 seconds, like a basic understanding of what the charge blade does. Now, to not die is where my focus is going to be for the next second. But, yeah, so the whole mini-game within the game is just playing that bread and butter, to use the MMO terminology, your bread and butter cycle, to charge your blade, fill up your files, attack monster, charge your blade, do your super amped elemental discharge, recharge everything, because the charge fades over time. The cool thing about Wilds, if I can get out of here before I die, nope, is that they've now added a second layer of energy to the charge. So you can see here that I have 4 charges in my files. If I were to charge it again, it would make... You can charge everything twice over, so there's a second level to energy charge on the shield, the sword, and the files. Which means bigger damage, more stuff. Let's actually try to get our stuff sharpened before we go. I need to reorganize this layout. Yeah, it is a fun weapon. It's one of my favorites. My on my old hunter card in Monster Hunter Wilds, I made my title Curmudgeon with Charge Blade. Because that same hunter card would show how many quests you completed and how many times you've used a particular weapon. And I've used every weapon for at least one quest. But then I had like 1,000 plus with Charge Blade because it's my main, it's what I do. I had several builds with different Charge Blades. It was a time. Like the people I was playing with at the time could confirm. I had and it's kind of tough to do this with what is primarily an offensive weapon. I had an entire supporter build made with the combination of ability gems on my Charge Blade and a set that I was using, so that essentially every time I used a potion, it would heal everyone around me. And that was my deal. Like, everybody else wants, like, oh, you'll have, like, an outright goal for, alright, let's use a regular potion. You'll have, like, a goal whenever you're playing Monster Hunter, like, oh, I want every set. Pretty standard. Or I want every, one of every weapon in this weapon type. That was my goal with Charge Blade. I wanted every single fucking Charge Blade from every monster at every level. Gonna add another wound. The ride mechanics are a little different than they, well, definitely different than they were in Rise. In Rise, they were just way too easy to do. So, charge, hit, amped, explosion. Like, that's our goal. And the shield's pretty good. It is not as good as the Lance's shield. The Lance's shield makes you a fucking tank. I'm going to get some free heals, thank you. Come on. I'm an idiot. But yeah, it is a fully fledged shield. I would, compared to, and because our shield was charged, it actually did a rebuff effect right there. That's why he fell down. I would say it's a little bit stronger than the standard Sword and Shield's shield, but it is not as strong as the Lance. The Lance is the tank build. There was a whole set of ability gems you can farm in Monster Hunter World that basically turned you into an absolutely unstoppable tank, where through a combination of skills you could ignore like 90% of the status effects just by having your shield up. Like, oh, this thing that essentially gives you free earplugs, free flash resistance, free fucking basically everything. Oh, he's on his last legs, buddy. Buddy, stay still. I just want to end the fight.
You're facing me, big guy.
And I do still have my Palico speaking the Queen's English for reasons that are not aesthetic but functional. But yeah, like, I think it was durability up. The durability Lance build was like unstoppable. There was a co-op event between FF14 and Monster Hunter World where they had Behemoth able to be hunted, and or was Behemoth or Chimera? Chimera. Either way. Like, the hunt, it was like an event hunt where it was really, really tough, and the only way, it was a little closer to, I believe it was Behemoth Chimera, to that particular raid fight in 14, where the end was a gigantic AoE that would kill you no matter where you were on the map. Which, yeah, that sounds fun and fair in a game that you have 3 chances to die before you lose your boss fight, basically. And, you know, on average, your hunts were going to be had with 4 people, so, like, that would just fail the quest right at the end if you didn't know how to prepare for it.
There were two ways to deal with it. You could make sure that Behemoth did not destroy some of these crystals that would absorb the attack, and you could stand behind them. Or, if you got the Dragoon jump emote, you could time it so that you would gain iframes when the explosion happened, and you'd be able to dodge it, which took skill. Because it was real easy to fuck up that fight so that you couldn't win. Because Behemoth would just go and break all of your cover for the final burst. Lit a fire under your ass. Just go down, Doshikaba. I feel so bad. But yeah. So aside from the full PC crash earlier, the game runs fine when you're not online, but the online resource pool is just bonkers. But it does prevent us from hunting with other people, which is a little annoying. So we're gonna see how much we can solo, and then we're gonna test whether or not... Oh, I broke his tail! Which does nothing because it was all fur. I don't know, tail breaks on a beast type wyvern are they feel so much meaner than when you cut the tail off of a lizard. And when you're like, Connor, this is like a bear lion, what part of that is wyvern? Technically, all monsters in Monster Hunter are some form of wyvern. That's just the classification. I didn't make the rules, I just know obscure facts about them. Buddy, you're almost down. Hurry up here, come on. I was lucky enough to hunt with others. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It is a multiplayer experience. It's meant to be a time you have with other people. And sure, you can try to be a badass and solo everything, but like half the fun is seeing how you and your friends and whatever combination of stuff you're doing affects how the fight goes. Lost, of course, not enough damage. I mean, you know, it takes a little getting used to. That's all it is. Like, the core gameplay loop with Monster Hunter is that every single fight is a boss fight. And it's a boss fight with, if it's your first time playing, a lot of really obscure mechanics that are hard to kind of pin down on your first couple of tries. Just takes time and experience. Like right now, I know he's on his last at least 10% of his health, because wild monsters don't have traditional health bars. They do have status symbols. So there'll be like little exhausted sigh emojis on the minimap in the corner. Whenever they've hit a state of exhaustion. And then once you're within the last 15% of their health, the little death status symbol is what's popping up over their head. Dude, stop running. Why are you running? But yeah, it takes time. Like, hunts have a 45-minute cap for a reason. Because they expect it to take like 20 to 40 minutes. And let's hit B to get that free heal, please. Alright, got it. Oop. Is that? No, that's a standard size. Alright, and we're gonna use a dung pod to get that guy to go away. Is there anything pullable? Yes. Falling boulder. Nope, did not time that well. Oh, that other Doshigama hit a vine trap on his own. But yeah, the axe mode's a little hefty. but it does bigger damage. Like, not great sword damage, but we're lucky to get double-digit numbers in each hit with the sword mode. Let's try to get the swings in.
Over here. I'm your target.
Alright, finally. Arkveld is 20 minutes. So, there's a little bit of an explanation for Arkveld. Arkveld is, I presume, because I've not actually read into a lot of definitive information yet, Arkveld is probably going to be one of the later monsters. So, in Monster Hunter, there's monster classifications for what type of wyvern the monster that you're fighting is. You have beast wyverns like Doshigama. You have wing. I think it's wing and fang. Do we have? Let's end the quest and we'll see if they gave us a full thing. There's I think it's wing and fang wyverns. But then there's a separate classification of monsters called fucking a gem just for nothing. It's not going anywhere. I can't make anything with it. There's a separate classification of monsters that are like the actual boss fights, and those are called Elder Dragons. Some of them are recurring, some of them are unique to a setting. Monster Hunter World introduced its Elder Dragon, Nair Gigante, which is the big spiky... what was the comparison point? He's a dragon with the big horns. Let's see if we've got Hunter profile. Nope, that's the new Hunter card. Do we have... Equipment info, quest results, map Palco info. Nope. So we can go over and we can see that's no, it's just a monster name. They don't give the classification, so we don't have access for the full codex. Loved his fighting style and his ultimate. Yeah, I mean both. Let me off this crazy ride. There we go. Big old Nergi. Nergigante was a interesting, like, separate classification of Elder Dragon because he was an Elder Dragon who fed on other Elder Dragons. Elder Dragons are essentially anything that do not follow the standard norm and are generally seen as either forces of nature or immediately detrimental to their environment, or will rapidly shift the dynamic of the ecosystem. So the funny thing about a lot of people who don't like playing Monster Hunter is that they say, oh, well, you know, I don't feel good just beating up a monster and then carving him up to make weapons and pants and stuff. And that's fair. But at the same time, the game, like, takes that in stride. The game is all about ecological surveys. Like, you're going around, you're studying how these monsters interact with their local flora and fauna and like what an invasive species is doing, and a lot of hunts are saying, okay, this monster is problematic and is disrupting this ecosystem, so we have to remove it. Elder Dragons are a class that are separate, and then even amongst those there are like world-class Elder Dragons. Like in World, Magna Malo is not a standard fight. That is a walking island that you have to beat up because it will destroy anything it comes near. My favorite monster in Elder Dragon of all time is Namiel. Namiel is great. I really like Namiel's design. If I had to pick a favorite Elder, like, as much of a cop-out as it is, and I didn't even play that much of Sunbreak, I really, really dig the fucking vampire dragon. Where is he? I have his amiibo somewhere. I really like the three that they introduced in Sunbreak because it's just like classic horror monsters turned into monsters. And Vampire Dragon, come on. But yeah, so I'm assuming that Arkveld is going to be your introductory Elder Dragon. So much like Nergigante, he's going to be probably, and this is pure speculation, I don't know whether or not they've confirmed anything, but Arkveld's moveset is like such a different standard that I think that that's going to be the difference between initial hunter ranks and high rank. Never got into Sunbreak. It was... I had a lot of problems with Rise's basic gameplay loop, but it had a lot of good monsters. Sunbreak introduced the Palamutes, which, like, yeah, it took this long for Monster Hunter to get dogs. But the Palamute base, to sidebar momentarily, my gripe with Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak is that the Palamute is so mandatory to engage with the other core mechanic that was introduced in Rise. So it used to be World and prior that the only status buffs that you were going to get were going to be from your meals consumed. You will only get the HP buff and the stamina buff if you have a meal that does so. And then you can re-up your stamina buff if you exceed the time limit by having well-done steaks that you can bring with you. It takes space in your inventory. It was a good balance. Rise and Sunbreak introduced the spirit bugs, which basically were like, okay, you have to take 5 minutes at the start of every single hunt and run through these established trails throughout the entire fucking map, or else you're not going to have the basic stat boosts that you're going to need to do any fight. And it became such a chore that it was like, dude, I'm wasting like 5 to 10 minutes. And it took a while to find the optimal route, and sometimes the optimal route was not the optimal route because there'll be like slight night and day changes. I wasn't a fan of it. Malzeno, that was his name. Malzeno is up there. But actually, trying to do that with Rise, it was a pain in the ass. If I did have to pick my favorite Elder Dragon, that wasn't Malzeno. I would have to say it was Gore Magala. Because I played 3, and I played through 3's Elder Dragons solo, so I didn't get through a lot of them initially before I went back to the game. And then, you know, again, with those fights in Generations Ultimate. Gore Magala, who is the box art Elder Dragon for Monster Hunter 4, is one of my favorite fucking... and Shigaru Magala. The Magala line, honestly, they are my favorite. Because the frenzy mechanic was like... Because time frame wise, this was still prior to Bloodborne. This the frenzy mechanic was like a aggression gamble, where if you were frenzied, you had a small amount of time to act aggressively so that it would turn the frenzy status into a attack buff instead of a health debuff if you were too passive about it. And unlike Dragonblight, where it's just a general debuff, you could utilize the fucking status for your own advantage. Hopefully they bring that back, like, in its entirety in Wilds. That'll be crazy to see. Also, his design is fucking awesome. He wears his wings like a fucking villain cape. And the color scheme is black and purple, and it, like, radiates, like, this aura. It is so fucking good. I would bring it up on screen, but I don't want to deal with desktop capture. But yeah, I posted in the Discord earlier when he got his confirmation at the end of the Capcom event, when they were posting more info about, like, oh, who's coming to Rise. I should have eaten my tent bacon. That he's coming back, and I know that I didn't finish all of Sunbreak. I got through to the story conclusion, and then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done. I played the big stupid fortress dragon, and it was fine. But it was just an annoying boss fight. I didn't like the quote unquote story final bosses for either Rise or Sunbreak. I think they were a little too like mechanic gimmicky. I know that Shigaru Magala, so Gore Magala is also the base form. If he like ascends into this golden version of himself called Shigaru Magala, and he has like a whole different moveset. It's crazy. But yeah, so fucking Gore can flip his wings from like they're tucked in like cloak-like, like sleek on the body mode into these like pointed and like rigid fucking like traditional ass dragon wings. It's a really, really strong design. I know that they brought Shigaru back in Sunbreak, but I don't remember if they did bring Gore back. If they did, I didn't have that fight. I know I fought Shigaru. I don't remember if I fought Gore. But the fact that Gore is confirmed is so hype. It's the biggest... like, I'm a big Monster Hunter nerd. I like Monster Hunter. I'm going to play it regardless. But that like, was like, okay, I'm getting this game day one.
Hard at work?
Because Gore Magala is sick. And I was excited for Nursilla, because that fight was really unique. In Monster Hunter 4, that's the game that introduced the Charge Blade and the Insect Glaive. That fight, just as a baseline, has a lot of verticality, which was something that was new in 4. Oh boy. Oh boy, are we crashing again?
What kind of monster?
Okay, we succeeded. We did not die.
Commencing quest now.
The start of the stream was a hard computer crash, so...
Supplies. Let's put them to use.
Will let me back in. Will let me into my camp. Okay, cool, because I forgot to re-up my items. The beta is struggling, like real hard. I'm trying to be fair, but you know, if you, that's the first time I've had a hard crash in like over 2 years. But yeah, I'm super hype for Gore. I'm super hype for a lot of the monsters that we've seen so far. Arkveld is super cool. So back to the main point that I was trying to say is that Arkveld to me feels a lot like Nergigante, because Nergigante in the Monster Hunter World beta was also a challenge that you had to beat every other monster to like officially face. You also only had 20 minutes to fight him.
The terrain here looks like a natural track.
And there are a lot of like animations that are great. There are a lot of memes. It's how I found JoeCat's channel, because here's the sorry, sidebarring again. These are the spider monsters if you turn on arachnophobia mode. I don't think that they're going to make Nursilla a giant green blob. Like, if we poke these guys, they have a jump attack. It's very funny.
You're facing me, big guy.
Come on. Do it. The fact that they're slimes is the funniest thing about it.
Hang on.
Because they... Oh, okay. I was saved by my Palico, but yeah, the slimes push you down and then they start riding you, and it's a little suggestive. It's a little suggestive, but we love a monster fuckery here. So that's why I have it on. But yeah, Nergi, the first time you could fight him was in the Monster Hunter World beta. You only had 20 minutes to do it. And the only way that it was possible to do was if you used a very specific set. I think it was the Anjanath helmet and top, and then there was a different... Or I think you had to use the Anjanath set. which was like a red knight set, because it was the only one that gave you the attack up buff. Hey, Kai, thanks for checking in. Still just nerding out on Monhun. But that set was the only one that gave you an attack buff, and it was the only way that you could defeat Nergigante's health bar within 20 minutes, because without, I think it was attack up medium, you just couldn't get the numbers in. Hydrate. Good point. I've been talking my ass off. Alrighty. Nice and hydrated. But yeah, so all of that to say, the reason that I think that they gave Arkveld a 20-minute timer is because I think they're calling back to that Nergigante challenge, where he's like going to be the first real Elder Dragon you fight. This is all presumption. I don't know if they've said anything more. But he was also the addition for the second beta.
Don't get shaken off.
Try to avoid getting knocked off. Because before I think it was just Raidou. It was the 3 basic monsters you fight: Valahara, Chetakabra, Doshigama. And then there wasn't even an official side mission, but you could go and find Raidou in this area. Because there's a section where there's always thunder. Oh, he might actually... Okay, cool. Almost got me fully off before I could do the injury. But yeah, I've always been a fan of Chargeblade as well. Oh, there is a water blades? Or some kind of sand equivalent? I'm looking forward to what they got. If they're bringing my boy Gore back in, then they've already got me sold, but yeah, as much as I would love to upgrade my PC to have Monster Hunter Wilds run at a consistent frame rate, that's just not in the cards right now. So we're gonna have to go console day one. But I'm honestly surprised, because Wilds is the first time that they're doing day and day with, oh, I am getting fucked over, actually. Oh boy. That is Waterblade, that's the symbol for it. Oh, right. That's what, Balahara's deal is. He makes fucking sinkholes. This is a very cool, like, domain to fight in, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Kind of annoying as fuck. Like, it's so much more active than the, what were the other two? In World, there was the salamander, fish, essentially, that would, go underground in the mud. Juratotus, I think? I don't need items right now, thank you. Fighting him here in the water is either slightly better or will probably be more dangerous because he gave us water blight. Okay, it still hit him a little bit. That's the downside of trying to solo. This is a high mobility monster with a charge blade, is that I do not have high mobility. So it's a little tough to keep the fight going. Good boy. Very versatile, too.
Hey, Ugly! Over here!
I will fight you in the healing field. Damn it, Duolingo, I'm doing something. But yeah, technical difficulties aside, I am very excited for the game. I hope to be able to play this in a multiplayer setting at some point. I'm gonna try again, I think maybe after this fight, I'm gonna try going back online and seeing if the game can handle it. Wow, this Oasis has all of the healing items, that's crazy. You know what I should switch to? Do I have Screamer pods? I got Flash and Paint pods. Yeah, I do have Screamer pods. Okay, so if he goes underground, I can shoot one of these. This is what you would use more so for Diablos, who is the he was essentially like a two-horned Triceratops lizard that would dig underground. He's been in like everything since 2. Very tough fight. Usually, he's one of the first walls you run into when it comes to difficulty. But yeah, like the one point of comparison, I know that comparison is the death of conscious thought, or whatever that, or however that quote goes. My one comparison point when people say, oh, like, Monster Hunter is like a Dark Souls fight. No, it's not. But the one point of comparison I would make to Dark Souls is that the multiplayer version of any fight will be vastly different than a solo, because the monster itself... I just tanked that. Is there a new aura? Can I just fucking, like, power armor, super armor my way through attacks? Splitting a monster's attention is really, like, kind of key to any multiplayer version of a fight, comparing it to offline single player. Because I'll be real, if I actually had difficulty, you know, maybe I'll try Arkveld with the SOS characters, because so the normal way you get randos to join you in Monster Hunter is you fire an SOS flare. Okay, I thought there was a way to do it. Attack from that. Hello? I think my controller might be having connectivity issues. That's fun.
You can carve
Okay,
materials off
there
the
we go.
small monsters as well.
What was I saying? Sorry, my entire train of thought just crashed. The one point of comparison between Dark Souls and Monster Hunter is that fighting something with more than one body to focus, essentially, for the boss is very similar. Fighting a monster solo is so different than fighting a monster with a group of people. Oh, SOS flares. SOS flares is how you get randos to join you in multiplayer in Sense World, at least. I don't remember if that was... I remember Nintendo making... Nope. I wasted that. Nintendo made all of its online very strange. When you were playing Monster Hunter on the 3DS, which is where 3 and 4 lived, you had to go into a completely separate camp to be able to post the quest in an online setting. It was bizarre. I don't know why. Just, that's how it worked. But since World, SOS flares you can fire at any time during your hunt, and it will allow anyone who wants to join the hunt. In the offline mode, or if nobody joins, they have a couple of the default hunters in camp able to join you.
like the I think her name's Olivia, the Brienne of Tarth looking NPC, who's like the head of the camp. I think she turns it. Oop. You also have luring pods that you can use to gain focus, but I'm one-on-oneing this motherfucker, so I think we're alright.
Shield inbound.
Okay, stop fucking around and actually just hit the thing. But yeah, we were talking about how I was the curmudgeon with Charge Blade for a while. I really like the versatility of this weapon. It really lets you kind of do whatever you want. Like if you need a dedicated guard, you have a dedicated guard. If you want big hits, you get big hits with the axe mode. If you want slight versatile movement with sword and shield mode, you have that. Pizza Cutter is the other reason I love this thing.
Time to go on the offensive.
This used to be an attack mode that was only available for certain charge blades. It is now part of the basic set, but you also need to use the focus mode to activate it. I think it also might only activate if you have both sword or at least the shield charged. Do not run away, sir. Alright, now is the time to use Screamer Pods. Okay, they do not have as much range as they used to. They're not as good as they used to be. Oh no. So it used to be that, like, anything that was underground, if you used a Screamer Pod, would just, like, kind of explode out of the ground if it was anywhere near it. Either hitboxes are a little more specific in this one, or it's just not as good as it used to be, which, you know, either is less than amazing. Pizza Cutter, the Blood Patty. And do we follow it up with the Super Amped Elemental Discharge for the full knockout. That is why I like Charge. And with Focus Mode actually giving you the ability to correct your stance, like, the weapon is the best that it's been. That it's ever been. Better than it's ever been. Come on. Wow, this guy is crazy. I need to sharpen.
Over here, bub. I'm your target.
And also heal a little bit. Although, Mia, you mentioned that you played Monhun before. What weapon did you make? If you don't mind my asking. Okay, I think this guy just doesn't give a fuck because he didn't react to the flash bugs. He didn't react to, or he was just in a combination of statuses. Because dead is dead.
That's my partner.
I don't know. I wonder, because certain monsters have certain inherent resistances. Ah, Balahara tail, that's like the whole thing. Let's end the quest immediately. Quest complete. Yeah, the thing that makes me think that they're gonna let people who are doing the beta transfer their data over is the fact that there are certificates. Certificate items are usually only for event quests, at least in World, or for like special. They're really only given out for event quests. So if anything's going to transfer over, I feel like those are going to convert into some solid basic items. Oh, right, I forgot that they did add Gypsyros. Although we did... I'm gonna save my fucking data and see if that matters. So let's take out Gypsyros. That shouldn't be too long. But we should definitely re-up on our items. I could start bringing life powders with me. That's a good way to get around certain things. Just on the off chance. Alright, let's see. Will the game handle starting a quest without crashing?
Okay.
That chugging is really concerning.
Let's move out.
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared? Those
Like,
supplies
even
will
in
help with this
offline
quest.
mode,
Let's be sure to
like,
use
I don't know
them.
if it has to reload every single texture in the entire fucking map every time you start a quest. But it does not like doing that. I also realized I forgot to eat, so we're gonna have to go back into the tent and eat some tent bacon. I mean, what is essentially a steak worth of bacon is covered in honey. Sounds like a good time to me right now. I do like being able to ride the Sekret from, like, your tent and camp. That is one upside of this game running the way it does. Like, I don't want to down too much on it, like, oh, it's different, therefore bad, but, like, just straight up, man, the thing is dying every time I load up a quest. That's not a good indicator of things to come. Oh boy. Oh, and gypsters like to piss off the spider slimes and invoke their ire. Or are they all gonna attack me?
Terrain there. I think we can use it in combat.
Oh, is there something I can pull down? Yeah, okay, let's try to get him over here. Come on, buddy. Right over this way. Don't you just want to murder me? Get fucked, nerd.
This will freshen you up quick.
Oh no! I'm getting molested by the fucking slimes out of my combo. How awful. I'm getting lady poisoned. Oh, but there's a fun little debuff timer in the top. That's interesting. That's new. Do I know why hiding behind your shield blocks the flash? Because you're hiding behind your shield. That's as much logic as it needs, because it's too convenient to question.
Careful. That's a
Gypsters is a weird one. I don't know if they were just trying to test how much of a problem the flash ability would be. Oh boy. But it's a strange choice to bring forward into the beta. Oh, nope, that got me.
Get a load of these claws.
There we go. What part did we break?
Looks like it's moving to a new area.
I mean, it can try. Oh wait, I forgot. This thing looks like a chicken, but it can fly. He's going straight up, huh?
Mind if I hop on? I'll just hop on.
The upside of this is that the auto ride actually works. And I could just sharpen like a dumbass while I wait. Oh, successful mount.
Here we go.
Grip. Stab you in the butt.
The offensive.
Get elemental discharged on. That sounds much grosser than I intended. I apologize. I love the pizza cutter. I think, when was that added? That was a weapon aspect that they brought forward in Iceborne, I want to say. Was the first time? I don't know, it's been forever. and my brain is turning to mush. So the cool thing is that even dead miniature monster bodies actually give you the ability to charge your blade if you attack them. Those hitboxes are active. This is where Gypsyros gets annoying when he starts making the entire fucking field poison. Nope. That was just mistimed. But even if you guard, you're still gonna get poisoned.
Heels inbound.
Thank you. Mimic-chan. Hello? Oh, it's still up. I was like, did we beat it? The hunt isn't over. No, we just knocked it out somehow. That was interesting. Usually sleep is a little more obvious. No, but getting a free card in definitely pissed it off.
Almost there.
Oh yeah, we're in the final 15. Dang it. I think I went the long way to get back to my potions both times. Yeah, I'm not waiting for that. Oh, he's too tired to vomit poison at us. That's so sad. Right, the next set was like that. Buddy. You just lie down, take a nap, I'll just finish the killing you.
Careful. That's one furious foe.
Yeah, he's in the final 5% anger phase. Nope, flash still worked. Twice, really? That's crazy. Oh, he's starting to vomit. Poison again. Yeah, that's the weirdest part about Gypsyros, is that he has a really weird elastically long tail for some reason. And it becomes like a crazy range whip attack that just does not, like, you wouldn't expect it.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Well, thank you for healing me after I used the resource palette chat. Alright, just hold our shield. And we're good. We are unfortunately too close to the well for that to have worked, but doesn't matter. Gypsyros slain. I almost feel bad for him.
That's my partner.
Oh, I'm researching the bone pile and not the monster.
This is a rare research opportunity. Can't let it go to waste.
Okay. Alright, let's restack everything and then hit save. Alright. Oh. Is it a save encoding problem? Because it just... it's chugging. That is concerning. Alright, save and return. Let's see if it happens again. No, it's saved fine, just... that's fucking weird, man. That is bizarre. Just this weird fucking Dark Souls boss looking Palico. Yeah, even in the fucking title menu, it does that weird, like, texture layer loading thing. I don't know. I do not know how I feel about that. Let's see. Okay, I say we go online and we try to hunt Arkveld once, and then if that doesn't go our way, fucking, I don't know. Yeah, see, I put like almost 8 hours into this fucking beta, man. You'd think. You would hope that that would transfer over, but no. I don't mind starting fresh, though. It's not like with the Metaphor demo where like that's just beat for beat, this is the story for the first 12 hours of the game. Monster Hunter, you get like a half an hour of story, and then it's just like, here's the gameplay loop you will be doing for the next 500 hours. Whee. Okay. Alright. So, people are loading in. They have the look of the PS2 demons. But it's not chugging as hard. Look at all these longsword users, the bastards. Arkveld. Let's see. Here we got 2, 4. That one's full. I wish they would just auto pull that down, but you know, it takes time. I get it. Resources are resources. Why would that even if they're doing like a single like one-on-one with Arkfeld, why would they have that listing there? It's weird. It's a weird deal. We took down Raid yesterday, so I don't know. It's not a particularly grindy axe if we don't actually successfully get Arkfeld. I tried, I want to say 20 fucking times to actually fucking get Nergigante during that fucking Monster Hunter World beta. I didn't. Failed to join session because quest has ended. Did you all cart that soon? Holy shit. I guess I'll just post my own.
Right after it swings one of those chains is your chance to attack.
Look at all
Try
of these
focusing and
fucking
targeting its
longsword
weak
users and the one greatsword user. As I sit here with my Sigma Charge Blade. Alright, I'm gonna post, and it might not result in us even getting a full party. It's fine. Arkfeld is super cool, though. But, yeah. He is definitely... This is like... Ooh. Are we gonna finish loading?
Let's move out.
Alright, game. I don't want to play fucking Crash Chicken with you. It's not a good time.
Past my whiskers.
Those supplies will help with this quest. Let's be sure to use them.
Okay. So firstly, go to supplies. Take first aid meds. They're free. We should actually find some honey to make them first aid med pluses before we even approach Arkfeld. I say knowing that we have 20 fucking minutes to get this done. There was honey over here,
The
right?
lightning has them amped up. Might be able to use them as a trap.
It's a weird pull. It doesn't matter. Alright, let's just go after Arkfeld. We probably will not actually get to that point.
Calm the mind and focus.
Let's see. Do I have to launch an SOS flare? I'm gonna launch an SOS flare. Because Arkfeld one-on-one seems a little tough.
There! That's our target!
He's really cool, though. I hate to waste it, but, like, I need to be at full health if I'm going to approach this thing. I wonder if you can, like, fully break the whips. I feel like that would be a little, might be a little much.
Let's see what you got.
Might completely disarm the entire fight, but,
We want to trap it! Now's our chance!
like, I don't know if it, like, if its moveset would be so effective that it won't let you do it. Yikes, man, that fucking move. But yeah, Charge Blade definitely isn't as movement versatile as traditional Sword and Shield, but it's definitely a lot more than Lance, I'll tell you that much.
Lane's crazy. Get out.
Which for fights like this, make a real big difference.
really interesting, like the dagger drag that he does with his elbow going backwards. It's a fucking... I don't know why that fucking attack movement just is really intriguing to me. We're standing in water, which is bad for a lightning monster. Is he running? Really? Or is this your scripted bout with Raydao that you have to do once a fight? I didn't even see if Raydao was in the area. It's a real mean hit. Oh, dude, the fucking... okay, so there's one upside for letting your Palico speak English. Like, it tells you effectively and narratively, run the fuck away from that attack, idiot. Oh my god, that counted. Okay, none of these guys have gone down, so that's something. We're about halfway through our timer, which is concerning. Because even though none of us have gone down, we need to finish the fight for it to count. Oh boy. I don't know how that didn't count as a hit, but I will take it. Okay, I will take this opportunity to whetstone. Ugh, just got slammed out of that. Like no one's business. Okay, that was like a really successful super amped. Oh my god, I'm in a power clash with this fucking Elder Dragon. Get fucking wrecked. I think we're approaching 5 minutes. Or 10 minutes, whatever the fucking limit is, halfway.
attackers, dude.
Thing's crazy! Get out! Hang in there!
See, this is the difference between having a couple of fucking dedicated close range attackers and a couple of dedicated long range attackers. Like, holy shit, man, we're making progress, I think. Like, he's not tired yet, but again, no one's gone down. We're dragging his attention as needed. Holy shit, we got a couple of actual fucking honest to goodness knockdowns. I've gotten more than one successful super amped elemental discharge. Oh, he's on top of the Paratoad, fucking immediate fucking good. Oh boy. That was just a regular slam. That wasn't even like the crazy shit.
Keep an eye on its chain-like appendages. Their attacks and reach will be vital. We've been given more supplies. Check your sacred's pouch.
Okay, just regular ass potions, huh? Alright, I gotta get over there, but let's see if we can craft. We don't have any honey, so we can't craft megas. It's fine. Oh, is he over there with Radow? Ah, we missed the fucking, the fight. That's fine. Oh, it counted! It counted! Oh, good shit, good shit, good shit! Oh man. The honk. The goose honk this motherfucker is doing is crazy. Gotta... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay.
Thing's crazy! Get out! Come on! You're better than this!
Oh man, he's asleep. That's crazy. Do I have a bomb? Okay, well that counted for something. Not quite sure what, but it was something. Oh boy, they're doing work. Holy shit. He an angry boy. Oh boy, okay, gotta take advantage of that.
long shoe kind of sleeper. Okay, he turned around and just hit me for nothing, so that's something. Oh, he aimed that fucking tail. That was nuts. Vine Trap will immediately work.
Hit it with everything.
Oh man, we're almost out of time. I don't think I don't know if we're gonna get it. 5 minutes left. Okay, we've got time, but will it be enough? Pretty sure we still have 3 feints. Oh man, that almost just killed me.
Come on, you're
Gonna
done.
heal while he's distracted. I think one of the other guys is running heals or has light powders. Thinking and feeling that might be the case.
Bomb set. I've set a bomb.
There we go. Yeah, we gotta get over there. Oh, we got like sub 2 minutes. Rosso's left the quest. Oh no, he was doing so fucking much for us. I wonder if it was a disconnect. That sucks. Oh no, he just saw the timer and gave up. Fuck. Alright. Well, come on, man. Yeah, I don't think we're getting there, guys, but at least we got to this point in the fight without dying, you know? Well, we did die once, but without carting out completely. Like, that in and of itself is an achievement. Because we got our asses handed to us the last time we were here. Please be about to die. go down. It'd be really cool. Stop honking, you big electric goose.
That's okay.
Alright, well. I'm not gonna have us lose via cart at this point. Time's up. Fuck. I don't know, man. I think that's an improvement. We did a fair amount of fucking damage to him. We got him exhausted. We didn't card out, so that's an achievement.
Right after it swings one of those chains is your chance to attack.
Alright, I think we'll have a little more time tomorrow. Maybe. If I can get all my work done in time, we'll try again.
Restock your supplies before heading out, okay?
But we're gonna save, and then we're gonna call it. And if we don't get more time in this part of... Hey, Autumn, what's up? Good to see you. I was actually, if you want to stick around, I'm just gonna raid over into Beyond's stream, because I think he's also streaming today. We caught up with some of the stuff. We've shaken a little bit of the rest. We were trying to fight Arkveld, but didn't get. We ran out of time. We were not getting that damage output that we needed. So I'm going to raid over to Beyond stream. If we get a little more time tomorrow, I think we're going to try to do one more round of the Wilds beta. What we're probably going to try to do is. Even if we don't get in tomorrow, there's a second round of the beta before the game actually comes out. We'll try to get a couple more streams in on that. But let's, really quick, if everybody can stick for a bit, we're just going to raid over to Beyond the Grave. He's doing a Final Fantasy VIII today, which is a good one. That's where Leon's from, or Squall, if you're not Kingdom Hearts brain rot. But yeah, I appreciate you dropping by, Autumn. Yeah. I'm thinking we're probably gonna go console. I've been having way too many problems with this beta. But maybe round 2.2 of the beta will be better. But I'll let y'all know. But yeah, you have a good night, and let's go into the raid.